It's Friday. It's Friday. Live demo Friday. Hey guys, it's Kendall with Lawnbot here. Hope everybody's doing well. Wanted to come to you on this beautiful Friday, mid-season, July, end of July, last day of July, going into early August, folks. Who would have thought we would already be at this point in the year? Next thing you know, it's going to be leaves falling down, and we're going to be battening down the hatches for snow time. So I want to come to you today to show you a couple little cool things going on that we have going on. We're super excited about it. One is the new dashboard we're working on. It's currently in the final stages of production, so I want to show you some highlights of that. And then the second thing I want to do is live demo Friday. We know that folks are busy. We know that the week gets really wrapped up. We know that because we book demos and sometimes folks don't show up. So we said, hey, what would be a good idea is just do live demos every Friday. That way folks can tune in on their schedule, and make it fit your lifestyle. So normally we go live at about 11. Today I was thinking, you know what, let's do it a little bit later. Maybe the folks are more available around this time of day. So thank you for tuning in. If you're currently on the stream, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in comments below while I'm on the stream. If you're watching this after the fact, feel free to leave comments as well, and we'll make sure to respond to those the best we can. What you're looking at here in this screen next to me is, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh, we'll see it this way. These are the two main components of Lawnbot. So when we initially set out on this journey 7-8 months ago, we were kind of beholden to the real estate data. We realized one of the biggest problems with quoting these services was the obscurity around the size of the lawn on the company's part and the homeowners. And we said there had to be a better way. Like, there's got to be an easier way. There's lots of drawing and measuring tools out there with points and lines, and it's just ugly and clunky. And it doesn't look or work very well on a mobile device, by the way. I know because I used to try to do it. I'd be in the field, I'd pull up Google Maps, and I'm trying to like do points and lines on my iPhone 10 or whatever. And I've got big thumbs, like it just doesn't work very well on a mobile device. So we said, okay, well, what if homeowners could just color in the lawn with their finger? Or a cursor if they're on desktop. That seems super easy. And as you can see, we would get back an accurate square footage, and we would be able to use that square footage in a beautiful e-proposal checkout for them to buy and sign up and pay for services. So it all started with that. We said, hey, it needs to be as easy to buy lawn care and home services as buying from Grubhub and Uber Eats. So we want to make it an experience that people are familiar with. Hey, color in the lawn with your finger. Based on that measurement, we're going to give you a price. It's going to be an accurate price. And oh, by the way, you can sign up and pay and get scheduled all within 2 minutes of you being interested in the service. So we start with that premise. We started with that idea. And if you've been following our journey, Measure It didn't exist 3 or 4 months ago. So we listened to our users, we listened to the feedback, and now we have the product that we do today. And it's currently patent pending, and we're working on possibly licensing this technology to other software companies in the future as well. So if you don't mind, I'd like to kind of take you through the new dashboard we're working on. So we realized really early on in Lawnbot that people are generating thousands of leads, thousands of sales. John, you're right. Make it easy for you. We want to make it easy. People are generating all this activity through their Lawnbot. they need a hub, they need a portal to go and go back to all of this data and also nurture those leads. Maybe they didn't sign up right then and there. They need a place to go back to and manage that sales pipeline. So if we click on quotes here, this is the quote screen, and you can see that each of the quotes are broken down by, this is called basically a quick news feed of sorts, where you'll see all of your most active quotes and sales. This is a test database, or else there'd be a lot more sales in there. But so you can see here, there's the measure image. These are actual measure images, by the way. The person that got quoted, so Jessica Sporer, fake name, fake number, and the address. So here is, we'd be able to just to get a whole history of folks that had gotten quotes via your Lawnbot. And we can also filter by sales. So I can just click sales, and it's going to give me, boom, all my sales. And then we're going to have different filters on here that like newest to oldest, oldest to newest, last 30 days, last 60 days, last 90 days. And what I think is really cool that we've built into it too is the ability to filter by neighborhood. So you could even zoom into that neighborhood and see all of your leads in that area. And I don't know, just as I'm a very visual person, and I think a lot of lawn care, home service business owners are visual people. And if they can see a lot of push pins in one neighborhood of leads that are coming in, like, dude, what am I doing to make people in that part of town call me more than in this part of town? Or maybe we need to focus our Facebook marketing efforts in these 5 zip codes, not in these 10 zip codes, right? So, and it's also going to make things just much easier to keep everything going in the right direction. So let me just open a tab here. So I'll zoom out and I'll kind of take you through like an actual record. So each of these have 2 statuses, right? They're either a lead, which is somebody who didn't buy, haven't become a customer yet, or a sale, which is somebody who has become a customer. They've signed up, they've given us their credit card, they said we want to order service. That'd be considered a sale. And we're going to be able to do a lot of cool things with all of that data within your dashboard and your team, by the way. So I want to hammer on the fact that we have many customers that are in multiple states, multiple branches. You'll be able to provision different team members and actually give them different permissions within our dashboard to do different things, such as view payment data, that kind of thing. So that's also down the pipeline. But let me just open up a sale record here. This is what an actual sale record would look like. As you can see, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, that'll give you the gist. So this is the beginning stages of a sale record. So it would basically give you the invoice breakdown of exactly what they bought. The sale payment type, was it prepay, was it auto pay, was it installments, the amount authorized. And this is a cool feature that we're building in right now. It's called Open in Realgreen. This is for people utilizing our Realgreen connection. So right from your Lawnbot dashboard, you're going to be able to click a button and it's going to open that account in your Realgreen Services Assistant, which is so cool, right? Like, we're taking all of the friction and all of the pain and guesswork out of it. So literally you click a button, opens it within Service Assistant. No searching, no looking for that record. It will open it right in Service Assistant. So that's pretty cool. There's going to be an audit log here. So it's going to show you at every point throughout that process of that person. At 10 a.m., they requested a quote. At 10:06, they saw pricing. At 10:12, they authorized service. So it's going to give literally a running breakdown of each point in that customer lifecycle journey. So you'll be able to know exactly what happened to that record, exactly what the pricing that they were quoted. And then this is where in the service questions here, obviously we're still building that part out, but that's where folks are going to see, hey, we have a locked gate, they have pets and kids, would you like to be called or texted before each visit? And then this is another cool feature that we're building in. There's many companies that already do this, but we wanted to add it to Lawnbot, and it's going to be called our payment vault. So we're actually going to utilize a third-party company that's fully PCI compliant. We never touch the credit card data. It's stored on their servers, and you're going to be able to retrieve that actual credit card information that your client entered. That way you can input it into your auto pay or whatever kind of automatic payment software you have on your end. So it's really going to make things slick, easy, and most importantly, very secure. That's obviously number one, what we're interested in. You'll see here, there's the measure image. There's the actual house right there. You could drop it down here and even go street view and view. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Eric, the marker stays a sale. Did you know that? Eric just surprised me just now. That's pretty cool. So John Pajak, yes. So Stripe was our inaugural payment processor that we used. So you can still use Stripe within Lawnbot. We're coming up with this payment vault solution. There's a lot of folks that use a company called Slingshot. Slingshot also uses the same sort of storage method so that you can go and retrieve the card data at a later time securely. But yes, you'll still be able to use Stripe. And then also, if you're a Real Green customer, Real Green payment processing will be fully integrated into Lawnbot. So pretty pumped about that. They're telling me it's coming ASAP. ASAP. That's what we're waiting on. But let's see here. So with that, let me dive into the live demo today. I'm going to do it as if I'm on a mobile device, so you guys can see. Let's see here. Drop this down and do an iPhone size, so you can see what it would look like. Well, you know what? I don't really like that. Let's make it bigger. So let's see here. I'll enter my first name, last name, address. We'll enter my old home address where I grew up. Let's see here. So right now, folks are going to your website, right? They're filling out the contact form. That's how 99% of companies operate right now. The other 1% use Lawnbot. We're working on getting that percentage higher, though. So most people, the way that your website is set up, you set up the contact form or the estimate form for leads to fill it out. And then you say, hey, somebody's going to call you back. Well, our thought is with Lawnbot is let's keep that contact form part the same and have them land right on Lawnbot after they click submit. So number one, you still get all that contact info even if they don't engage, right? And two, now with going to Lawnbot, they're going to have an opportunity to buy and pay instantly. So you'll see here, just entered my info, click submit, and now I'm going to land right on, in this case, this is my brother's Lawnbot here in Grand Rapids. Let's see here. Land right here on Lawn Doctor Instant Quote. So this is his actual bot that he uses in his business. So we'll have all of his programs, his price tables loaded in. You see there, we hit the customer really quick with a picture of their house. We want them to know, hey, here's your house. Number one, we want to set that hook and keep them engaged. You'll notice the format of Lawnbot, how it's interactive. That's very intentional. Typically, the sales process, when you're on the phone with a customer, is very interaction. There's a lot of interaction that's going on. You're asking them probing questions. So we have this kind of conversation format to make it very interactive and engaging. So these are our service categories. You have lawn care, you have mosquito, you have seeding in this case. We can have 8 different service categories. We could have 2 different service categories. Whatever your business offers, we customize your Lawnbot to match whatever your service offering that you have. So there's no cap on the service categories you can offer. Now this is where we're going to go into the measure it tool, or we're going to ask the customer, hey, please color in your lawn. And we try to make it stupid, painfully simple and easy to do and use. So we show them, hey, pan the map to where you got to get it to, lock the map. We do a little GIF, whatever you call it in your neck of the woods, of coloring in the lawn. Wrong, correct, very important. And now they start coloring, right? So I know this lawn, lived there 25, not 25 years, 21 years, my life. So I'll color in the backyard. Looks good. I know there's a sandbox back there, so I won't color in that. Let's color in the front yard. Parkway. And I know this lawn. This lawn is like 7,500 square feet. So let's see how close I get. 7,800 square feet. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so within 300 square feet, accuracy. So very good, very close. I know that his price tables are every per 1,000 square feet. So we should be right on the money. At this point, this is called either they can go get your quote now, which will take them right to the checkout and pitch them a default program, or they can go customize my quote. Customize my quote is going to incorporate probing questions. So in your business, typically, depending on the type of service you ask, there's going to be probing questions associated with whatever service you're selling. How high is the grass now? How many, what's the current condition of the lawn? So probing questions are actually tied to service categories. So if I were to click mosquito, it would have pulled a different set of probing questions. Same thing for lawn seeding. Like you just ask different questions because it's a different service, right? You need to find out what type of seeding they need. Do they need an aeration overseed or a power seeding? Based on the probing questions they answer, we're going to recommend a different program. And we go in and do all this setup for you too, by the way. So it matches exactly the way you would sell if you were to talk to somebody on the phone. So we'll just say I do the lawn myself. And these probing questions, they're best practice that we've taken from other companies. Well, actually my own company, but they're best practice that actually work from what we found. That's awesome, Mrs. Jones. Glad to hear you're taking pride in the lawn. Believe it or not everybody cares about their yard like you. What's the current happiness with the lawn? We'll say 4 out of 5 stars. Great, Mrs. Jones. We're not going to stop working on the lawn until it's a 10 out of 10. What's the current thickness of the lawn? Is it thick, patchy, thin? Like, what does the lawn look like right now? And that's the cool thing about Lawnbot is it's a very visual product. We can incorporate videos and pictures and really customize your bot to your specific agronomic market. So we'll say patchy. So a lot of my southern companies like to ask me, well, was there a question we can ask them about turf type? Can we ask them if they have tall fescue or Bermuda or a mixed lawn? Absolutely. We can absolutely customize the probing questions to match your specific agronomic market. So wonderful. Your program's going to be blended based on your selection. What's the biggest issue you have in the lawn? Is it broadleaf weeds, stubborn weeds, grubs, crabgrass? We'll select broadleaf weeds, but let's say I selected grubs. If I selected grubs and there's still a grub control left in the year, you could actually pitch the customer in the checkout. You'll see the checkout pop up here in a second. You can pitch them your traditional lawn program plus a grub control, right? So we're actually building the program that's going to fix their problems. That's entirely what sales is, right? That's the only reason why people buy things is to fix a problem, or save time, right? Which is indirectly fixing a problem. So, if that client would have selected grubs, we could sell them a grub control plus the green thick weed free program in this case. So here's where the client lands. They land right here in the checkout. It's fully optimized. And we tried to keep it super sleek and sexy, and we're trying to make it sexier. So there's some things that we want to do to make it even sexier, but it needs to look beautiful. That's the first thing we start with. It has to look good. And you can see here when I drop it down to mobile, it looks just as good in mobile as well. Probably better. Because we know from studying the analytic data of now almost 15,000 chats this year, over 100 companies now on the platform, that 70% of the traffic is mobile. So you want to program mobile first. Of course, it needs to look good on desktop and work good on desktops and tablets and Kindles and all that. But it needs to work on mobile. It needs to feel good on mobile. It needs to be able, you need to be able to buy with your thumb, right? You think about folks sitting in their chair at night on TikTok, just scrolling and Facebook, you know, they need to be able to buy with their thumb. So they land here on the checkout, right? We can incorporate multiple different types of payment options. We can do installments and prepay. We can do pay as you go and prepay. We can do auto pay and prepay. We recommend 2 payment options. People like to say, well, can I offer 4? We say no. If you want to offer 4, I guess, you know, you can go build your own software. But what we have seen, the best practices that we have seen is to offer 2 payment options. Is it this or that? Not yes or no, right? We want to just give them 2 options. We want to keep them very focused. People, when they're on their phones, when they're online, they get distracted very easily. So it's very important that we keep things super simple and super easy to understand and digest, and say, oh, it's $60 an app, and get started today for $60. And oh, look, oh, here's what else we can do for you. We can do mosquito control, and they can just simply add that to their program in real time. And as you can see, it's adding it to their proposal in their checkout, and the whole time there's this pay button here. You might have seen that on Uber Eats. I mean, very similar. So that they're at any moment's notice, they can always convert and become a customer. Very important. They click that button, they land right here in the checkout, enter their credit card number. At that point, we hit the card right now. At this point, we hit the card, charge the card, and you just got a new customer. Now you might ask, well, okay, that's great, they signed up, but like, what if they have a locked gate and an irrigation system and all these things that we need to know prior to going out to the lawn, right? To actually service them. Well, with Lawnbot, we've built in the ability to do call aheads, to ask about your close script. So typically when you sell a job, you're asking them, do you have a locked gate? Do you have an irrigation system? All these little things that we need to know in our industry before we go out to the property. Would you like to be called or texted before each visit, right? So you have the ability to build all of those into your Lawnbot, so that when a sale is made, like I mentioned here in the dashboard, that's where all these things show up. So there's the sale details. It will have all of the pricings that was bought. It will have the service questions. So this is actually a cool one. So Custom Lawn Care in Michigan came up with an idea. They want to try to do like an Amazon sudden treatment thing that folks can buy. So if you want to be serviced within 48 hours, you can buy this add-on, which is kind of cool. And somebody actually just bought it yesterday. They just went live a month ago. Somebody already added the Lawn Care Prime feature. It's pretty cool. So this is where all the collected answers would sit, and then any chat history as well. But this is the most important thing, right? And we wanted it to be very clear, very easy to understand. Hey, they bought $29.95 for the first app and then $54.37 for the remaining applications. Here's the total service amount. Here's the total service amount. Here's the total service amount plus tax. And then here's the prepay and save amount. So it's very, very clear exactly what they bought and exactly what they need to have their property serviced. And oh, right there's the exact property image that was colored in. So there's literally zero obscurity around what they bought, how much of it they bought, and what do they need specifically for their property. So we really tried to think about everything, and we continue to make the product better and make it more clear, make it easier on our customers for them to sell their services online. And there it is again on desktop. So you see whether it's mobile or desktop, it looks awesome. So if you're interested, right now is a perfect time. I thought it would slow down a little bit for folks adding Lawnbot, but our production board's bigger than it's ever been right now. Lots of folks in production. wanting to go live before the fall season. Good news is our team's bigger than ever too, and we're cranking them out. So if you're still even thinking about, man, I was thinking about Lawnbot in the spring, but I missed out. Right now is still a great time to get on the schedule. Like let's get on the schedule now. Let's start building out now. Let's get your bot live so we can kind of dry run it here in the fall, get some sales on the board, and then you're going to be able to hit the ground running starting January 1st, like of next year, when folks start buying in the southern markets, and be able to hit the ground running and really capitalize and make sure that you're open for business 24/7, 365. So with that, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for joining me for Live Demo Friday. We enjoy doing this every week. It's amazing sometimes, me and Eric, we look back over the last 6 months of where we started and like where we're at today with the product. And we're like, oh my God, can you believe 5 months ago, like we had to do this, and this all manually. And then now we just have all this cool back end technology to help speed up the process with building these bots. And it's amazing. So I'm excited to see what we're going to do in the next 6 months. We have a lot of big things planned, a lot of big features that we want to do, but it's tough, right? You got to do it in time and make sure you're doing it at the right cadence as well. So hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We will see you next week. And again, Kendall with Lawnbot. We'll talk to you later.